your Doppler 3000 weather with Miles Muzio.
And good evening, everybody. We have some very mild conditions outside. It's in the 60s right now. What, 11 o'clock at night? It's really, really mild out there. But it's about to change. We do have a front about to come through. Look how mild it even looks out there. A breeze, like a summer breeze. A few showers will be moving through. We're going to look at them in just a moment on Doppler. And then partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow should be a real nice day, in fact, on Wednesday. Clearing skies tomorrow morning after a few showers this evening along the shoreline. Temperatures in the 50s. Right now it's 61 degrees. The humidity is right on up there in the 80s. Winds out of the southeast beginning to pick up, and temperatures are in the 60s at a number of spots. Storrs is 60 degrees. Enfield is 61. It's 60 in Torrington. It's 63 in Salisbury. And here is Doppler 3000, and it shows the rain. We had to go out a little bit wider here. Most of the heavy stuff is in the Berkshires right now. In fact, just making it across the New York border. We've had just a few sprinkles before now, but this is the real rain up here. We do have a line of showers that will move through probably beginning in about an hour, going through the wee hours of the morning. It is definitely springtime. We have got high levels of tree pollen out there. Look at that. We're up into the high level, and mold is now up into moderate. So get ready to sneeze. But before that, pull out the umbrella if you're going to be any place tonight. We do have these showers moving through, but you'll notice to the west, a definite clearing trend is moving on in. We're going to be seeing a little bit cooler temperatures, too. You can see how the temperatures do pare down into the 40s once we get to the west. This cold front is just now making its way into the Berkshires, in fact, just making it through Albany. And behind the cold front, it stops raining. The rain is going to begin probably in an hour or so, and then by about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, it should be pretty much done. And as we go into tomorrow morning, sunshine, temperatures will be cool in the 50s, but that's nothing compared to what we saw this past weekend, where highs were in the 40s, so pretty nice weather. And on Thursday, it looks pretty dry, too, with high pressure over Maine, ridging down. We're going to see lots of sunshine. It'll be very, very pleasant. Here's the forecast for tonight. Look for a breezy night. It'll be mild with a few scattered showers around, lows in the 40s and 50s, and for tomorrow, very comfortable. By that I mean it'll be dry air, and it'll be mild temperatures in the 60s. No rain tomorrow, or on Thursday, or on Friday, or on Saturday. You know, we're in a drought. We could use a little bit of rain.
We could.
Temperature's very nice. By Saturday, we're up to 70 degrees. You gotta love it.
We will take that. All right. Thanks, Miles.
Sure.
We'll be right back.
The impact of Inside Edition. The power of a great story. It's all in the way it's told. Weeknights at 7 on Channel 3. Log on to WFSB.com and sign up for free mail. You'll get news and weather updates emailed directly to your computer each day.
Checking people in the news, a little kiss and tell tonight from Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo tells Cosmopolitan magazine that all of her big screen co-stars have been good kissers, but if she had to choose the best, it would be Sean Penn. The pair starred together in U-Turn. Lopez was also asked what is the sexiest quality in a man, and she said it's, quote, when a guy has a quiet confidence and isn't obnoxious about it. It appears it was an inside job all the way. That's what police are saying about the theft of fur coats from the home of heavyweight boxing champ Riddick Bowe. Police say Bowe's nephew stole more than 30 coats from the boxer's home on Easter weekend, then tried to sell them on the street. In all, a total of $6,000 worth of fur coats was stolen. Mike Myers might get to call the next Austin Powers movie Gold member after all. Variety magazine says New Line Cinema might strike a deal with MGM and United Artists and be able to use the name. Those studios had been refused permission because it makes fun of the James Bond film Goldfinger. But Variety says New Line hopes for a deal that would let them use the title in exchange for running the trailer for the next Bond movie in front of both the Austin Powers movie and The Lord of the Rings. Black and white turned to color this morning for millions of Wall Street Journal readers. The 112-year-old newspaper has changed its look for the first time in 60 years. Not only that, colors are now being used, but the paper also has new graphics designed to help guide readers to different stories and sections. And there's also more to read. The Journal's daily page count has gone from 80 pages to 96. Who would have ever thought the time has come? Maybe we'll go back to black and white.
More
here.
pictures in the newspaper.
Television.
That's what I think. Color pictures.
They're there. Just about everywhere now. Mark Brown, by the way, sitting in for Joe Tessitore.
Yeah, it's a busy day for the locals in Major League Baseball. Sox, Yanks, and Mets all in action, and so are the Rockcats, who are at home versus the Navigators in an Eastern League North Division rivalry. New Britain was looking for their 4th straight win, but Norwich came out swinging early, looking to avenge last night's defeat. And the Royals paid a visit to Fenway, where they had a thing for the long ball. Could Nomar, Manny, and the Sox stay within striking distance of the Yanks? All that and more coming up in sports.
The true story, read by millions. He was the child called It. Next, Oprah.
Today at 4 on Channel 3. Wake up with 3 weekday mornings from 5 to 8.
The Cash 5, 1, 12, 13, 20, and 26.
It's classic. It's Lotto. Holy Lottery, Batman. It's classic Lotto. 2, 6, 13, 22, 35, 40.
Mass Daily 5898. And the big game that you've all been waiting for, 1, 15, 17, 21, 41. The big money ball is 4. There we go. We'll be right back.
The Red Sox came in tonight a game and a half behind the Yankees, who lead the division. They were well rested after an off day. A great way to open a homestand. Kansas City was in town, and Boston was due for a Fenway type of game, and they got one. Balls were flying out of the yard, starting with this 2-run blast by Brian Daubach in the center. Second, rather, straightaway center. Boston led it 2-0. More in the third, 2 on for Manny Ramirez. Manny hadn't gone yard yet this season. This 3-1 shot, though, gives the Sox a 5-0 lead. Tim Wakefield cruised until the 5th when Chuck Knobloch, well, he went Bucky Dent on them. The high fly ball over the monster, making it a 1-run game. But the Sox, well, they would have the answer in the bottom of the inning. Who better than Nomar? Garcia Perez, 3rd bomb of the season. A solo shot made it 6-4. Jason Varitek added an insurance blast, and Boston gets the 8-4 victory. Shades of Jim Ed, Yaz, and Dewey. The Sox pound out 15 hits, 5 of them homers. They're 4-1 and within a game of New York, who leads the AL East. And speaking of New York, the Yankees got underway in Toronto, coming off a 16-3 pounding of the Blue Jays. It was a tremendous offensive explosion. But when you think of this generation of Yankees, you think pitching. Mike Mussina took the hill against Roy Halladay. It was scoreless into the 3rd when Moose grooves one he would like to have back. Felipe Lopez blasts his 1st homer of the season, and only the 2nd off a Yankee pitcher. So New York was down 1-0 into the 6th. They put together a little rally, though. Bernie Williams with the RBI single. That evened up the scoring, putting Soriano to the plate. And then in the same inning, Jason Giambi, off to a very slow start in pinstripe, bloops a single to center. He drives in the go-ahead run, and that lead, though, would only last until the bottom of the inning, when Raul Mondesi would come up to the plate and get a hold of a Mike Mussina mistake. He ties the game with this long blast to left. Mussina gave up only 2 hits in 8 innings. Both were home runs. And now on to the 8th, when Rondell White, with a runner on, gets all of this one. His 1st home run as a Yankee, and what a time to do it. Breaking the tie and coming through late. The Yanks pull it out 5-2 to maintain a game-and-a-half advantage over the Red Sox in the division. New York has now won 7 straight. And in the National League, the Cubs beat the Mets at Wrigley 2-0. John Lever was masterful. 8 shutout innings, 7 strikeouts, gave up just 2 hits to get the win as the Mets fall below 500. In the Eastern League, out at New Britain Stadium, the 3-1 Rockcats were looking for their 2nd straight victory over the Navigators in as many nights, and their 4th straight win overall. But it was Norwich that got it going in the 3rd. It was scoreless in the top of the inning when Glenn Davis, he gets almost all of this one, sends it deep just to the left to center. This one hits off the base of the wall, but, you know, he could have maybe played that one a little bit better. This one would go as a triple. And then, with runners on at 1st and 3rd, it would set up Kevin Reese, who jumps all over this one, rips it down the right field line. His double scored 2 runs and put the Navigators up 2-0. They weren't done in the inning, though. It would set up Andy Phillips, who would come up with a base hit right up the middle. This one would score Reese, and Norwich led 3-0. The Rockcats can't recover. They go on to lose this one 7-5. The Rockets' 3-game winning streak is over. They'll host the Navigators again tomorrow night at New Britain Stadium. The Ravens also lost to Portland 4-2. The UConn Huskies all-everything point guard is at it again. Sue Bird reported to Colorado Springs today to participate in the spring training camp for Team USA basketball. The consensus Women's College Player of the Year is fresh off leading the Huskies to their 3rd national title. She's trying to earn a spot on the national team that will play in the World Championship in China next September. Bird, Tamika Williams, Swin Cash, and Asia Jones all looking towards the WNBA draft on April 19th, they could all go in the first round. And Amelie Mauresmo actually has committed to the Pilot Pen in August.
Good to hear. Excellent. Thanks, Mark. Quick look at the forecast.
Looks like we're going to see some rain over the next couple of hours, but then partly cloudy to mostly sunny tomorrow. Temperatures in the mid-60s by tomorrow afternoon. Very pleasant Wednesday.
Sounds good. Thanks for tuning in tonight. The Late Show with David Letterman is coming up, and Attorney General John Ashcroft. You won't want to miss that. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night, everybody.